Hey y'all, it's Caitlin here, your certified nutritional therapy practitioner, teaching you how to naturally support your body so that you can feel better and truly thrive. So today I wanted to talk a little bit about PCOS, so polycystic ovarian syndrome. This is largely a metabolic disorder driven by insulin resistance. A lot of people don't know that, and they don't know that there are natural ways to support your body, your ovulation, your normal reproductive cycle and everything. So here's some natural ways just to support the female body through PCOS, especially if you're trying to conceive or optimize your fertility. And I do want to say that everybody's needs are bio-individual, meaning everybody has their own unique needs that are specific to their body, so nutrition and lifestyle changes. So for your specific personalized recommendations, you would need to consult a nutritional therapy practitioner for your own plan. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was macronutrient balance. So you've got protein, carbohydrates, and fat, and of course water. Everybody should be hydrating, but people with PCOS typically do better with a lower carbohydrate intake, and we don't want to focus on restriction, of course. This is largely optimizing protein intake. So like I said, everybody has to do their own research and figure out, kind of experiment with, how do I feel when I have more carbs? How do I feel when I have less carbs or have a different macronutrient ratio? But on the whole, women with PCOS do better with lower carbohydrate intake. So just really focus on eating those nutrient dense whole foods with proteins and fats, and of course healthy carbohydrates in there. And another factor, because PCOS is driven by insulin resistance, is to try to balance your blood sugar as best as possible. So one way to do that is incorporating movement after meals. So for example, if you're able to take a 10-minute walk after your lunch, let's say you do 20 squats at your desk after eating, you do some push-ups or some jumping jacks after you eat your breakfast. Just really getting in that movement after eating can help a lot. And also changing the order in which you eat your food. So if you eat your vegetables and then your protein and then your carbohydrate, that actually slows your blood sugar spike. So your blood sugar spike won't be as high, and therefore it won't be putting as much stress on your body. So that's just a couple of things you can do in that area to help your PCOS. Another thing that's critical is getting an adequate amount of sleep and high quality sleep. So when you're not getting enough sleep, your hunger hormone and your fullness hormones, so ghrelin and leptin, those are going to be out of balance. You're going to feel more hungry than you would if you had gotten a full night's rest. There are other hormonal imbalances that can be driven by this. For example, your cortisol levels will be higher, so that can increase stress and therefore drive more of that blood sugar dysregulation, insulin resistance, and just overall stress on the body. So really prioritizing a good night's sleep is really, really crucial. And you want to aim ideally for 7 to 9 hours per night. And some things you can do to help that is just getting off phones and screens an hour before bedtime, making sure your bedroom is completely dark, so getting blackout curtains if needed, limiting caffeine intake to morning time, eating a nutrient-dense breakfast, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in a second. But just really optimizing your ability to get a quality good night's sleep. And also, this is why I keep kind of glancing left, because it's snowing outside here in NC. We don't get that a whole lot, so super excited. So eating a nutrient-dense breakfast, and this is so crucial. And ever since I don't have PCOS myself, but ever since I have started eating a nutrient-dense breakfast, my health and my well-being and my mental, emotional health, it has increased dramatically. And especially for PCOS, to balance hormones and to balance blood sugar, that's the big one. You need to eat at least 25 to 30 grams of protein within 30 to 60 minutes of waking. Make sure you're eating whole, unprocessed foods, and make sure it includes healthy fats. This is really important for your digestion and your nutrient absorption, and for your body to really just feel stabilized for the next few hours into your next meal. And you don't have to eat breakfast foods for breakfast. Here lately, I've actually been taking my supper leftovers out of the fridge and just heating that up for breakfast. So, I've had tacos and chicken and dumplings and, ground beef, and I've had different things for breakfast, and it really makes me feel good. It keeps me full, keeps me satiated. Some quick things that I've done actually is these little tuna melts, and I'll do those with lentils and maybe an extra egg or two, with some sauerkraut. You can really eat anything for breakfast as long as it's whole, nutrient dense, and it's got the 25 to 30 grams of protein. And the last tip I have for you is to add regular movement into your routine. This can look like exercise, of course, strength training. I don't recommend strength training programs as an NTP. It's not in my scope of practice, but I do highly encourage clients to exercise and to just at least incorporate movement and go on walks and do their movement after meals and everything. This really, really helps to reduce your stress levels. It also helps the insulin and the protein that absorbs the sugar into your cells. It helps it to do that faster. That way your blood sugar doesn't stay high for as long, so it won't drive the inflammation and the metabolic disorder or anything. It helps, like I said, it just really helps with that blood sugar. It helps with your metabolism, your reproductive function. So just really finding ways that you can move that you enjoy. And I do have a free handout for how you can support the 5 foundations of your health and start truly thriving today. You'll find that at www.seedsoffaithnutrition.com, and you'll scroll down to where it says provide your email address to get your free handout, and you'll get that sent straight to you, and you could use it in your daily routine. You can implement one new thing a week, and you should be able to see drastic improvements in your health just from those small implementations. And if you're watching this and you know that you've been struggling for a long time, or maybe you know somebody that is struggling with PCOS or women's health or maybe fertility, please send them my way. I do free discovery calls, so no obligation whatsoever. We'll just talk about your concerns and your health history and your goals, see if we'd be a good fit to work together. What I provide is personalized one-on-one support. So we'll go through your intake forms and of course your health history, and I'll sit down and I'll truly listen to what you have to say and your concerns. I'll go through, what you eat in a day typically, how your life works. We'll just make small steps and small changes from there. A lot of times, you go to the doctor and you get to talk to somebody for 30 minutes, but did you really get their full, they do help, but do you really get their full attention? Because they don't go through and see, what you eat, how you're stressed and everything. So I'm really able to provide something unique in that aspect of being able to truly walk with you through this journey, which is why I highly value this work, and I truly love it. I love helping my clients. So go to www.seedsoffaithnutrition.com and you can book your free discovery call today. I'd love to talk with you, and thank you for watching this, and I look forward to helping you on your health journey.